Good morning. On this video I'm going to be making a holster for this Smith and Wesson mountain gun, and it's I got two kinds of holsters. I made this one for another gun I got, and then I got this pancake holster here that I made for my 1911. And what we're going to do today is we're going to make a pancake holster for this revolver. I've never made one of them before, and we're going to see how it turns out. This one, with all the straight lines and everything, was a whole lot easier than I think what this one's going to be with all these little step ends you have. So I've already made the pattern, and I got a little reinforcement piece, and there's the front, and then here's the back. And the back, if you notice, is a whole lot smaller than the front. And but what that does is when you get the pieces together and you get them all sewed up, then it creates that pocket there on the front, and that keeps the gun, I'll show you on this one, that keeps the gun from pressing into your body on this side. It lets all the gun be over here on this side. And then these belt loops, you can really pull that holster in good and tight, where you can conceal a full-size gun. I can conceal this 1911 with just leaving the shirt untucked. Now, I ain't no professional at none of this, and I do okay. The way I learned how to do this was watching Sam Andrews and Adam's Leatherwork. So you can go watch them too. But I thought, I done made the pattern, but I thought, well, while I got the camera out, might as well just go over and show you how I go about making the pattern. Now, before we get started, Sam Andrews, he does his front piece first, and then he gets his, and I'll show you how I go about getting the distance here, but then he lays this over the back piece. But I find it's easier, for me anyway, to just do the back piece first. And I use a 3/16 to get the stitch line on either side, and then when I put them together, then I move it over here to where the stitch lines line up, and I transfer it over. But anyway, let me move you around where you can see what I'm doing. Alright, well, first things first, the gun is empty. So, the first thing I'm going to do, let's see, I'll put him up here. First thing I'm going to do is make a straight line. I done filmed this one time, but I did it in pencil. When I put it on the computer, you couldn't see it, so I'm going to do it again. So that's where the top of the belt's going to go. I done made the pattern, done made the holster, but we're going to have three pieces. You got the front, and you got this decorative piece that's going to go on the front, and then you got the back. Well, I'm going to show you how I come up with that pattern. That one holster I did was 15 degrees, but it's a little more than I wanted, so we're going to experiment with this one. I'm going to make him 10 degrees and see how it goes. I hope y'all can see that okay. A lot better than that pencil line. Now, what I need to do here is I'm going to line the top of the pistol up. You got this little dip right here in the barrel, but up here and over here, I'm going to line that up with that 10-degree angle. I'm going to set him about where I want the belt to ride. And there we go. And then we're just going to trace around the gun. And be careful that you don't move him. This revolver's a lot harder to keep in place than one of them flat guns. Go right around like so. Got our trigger right here. Now, to get our stitch line, I come off. Now these lines ain't gonna match up too good, but I come off about 3/16. And then we do the same thing on the other side. Now we join these lines together. That's going to be our stitch line on the back side. I'm just going to eyeball it around here, but this will be your stitch line right here. And then we'll come down about 1/4 of an inch here on the bottom. That marker ain't working too good either. That gives us a little space there for the barrel. And then, let's see. I don't have that piece that I mark out my slots with. But anyway, I'll just freehand it here. Your belt slots. Going up the top of the belt there. And then you can just freehand this part where you're going to come in on your holster here. Then on the top, just come across here and that's something like that. That's for the back side of the holster. That would be this piece right here. I done got him cut out. So then, you cut that out and you get this piece. Well, that's the back side. And then the front side, you would draw the gun again, and then take a strip of leather and close this up so it don't dry out. Take a strip of leather, and I done got this marked where I done it. There's marks on there. So you take his first mark and you put him down over there, pull him tight, and then you make a mark on this side. That'd be this mark here. And then you come down, put this one down, and then you got that mark, and then your next one would be this one, and then you got that one. So to get the front piece, like I say, you draw your gun. So your gun's there. And what you want to do is you got these two marks where your stitch line's going to go. And you want to get the equal amount of distance between the gun and this mark, and between the gun and this mark over here. So these two distances would be the same. Then what you do is you got your gun drawn, and then you would have this mark here and then this mark over here. I'll darken that in. That would be your stitch line here, and then your stitch line here. And then you would come in here. Y'all might can see that, I don't know. I'll darken it up. But you draw that front stitch line. And it's parallel to this 10-degree angle here. Then, and that gives you this line. Then you take and where this piece where he steps in, you come down here and you put this first mark on this front line, and he lines up right here. Then you come on down to the next one, and you wind up with one there, and then you wind up with this one here. And then and this back piece, I poked holes in it. But what you do is you have your stitch line here and here. So you line these stitch lines up on the top and the bottom down here. And then you can draw out where this side right there. And then what you do, you slide him over and you line up this stitch line with this one. And if you're, I done cut this, but say you have the stitch lines up here, then you line up those stitch lines there, and And then you can come over here and you can draw this side, and that will give you this. And then you connect it, you know, go across the bottom. You can make this curve across the top however you want it. And then what I did, where'd that piece go? Here it is. From this stitch line, I come over a quarter of an inch and I draw out this draw out that this piece. Then you can transfer this to another piece of paper and or retrace this one, and then you can cut this piece out. So that gives you your front, your back. Here's your front and your back, and then you would have your decorative piece right there. And then when you put it together, you line up this side, you line up that side, and you got that pocket on the front for the gun. Well, I hope that was clear as mud. So that'll get all of it for this video, because this is going to be part one of making the pattern. And there's not a whole lot of videos out there on how to make the pattern. I hope y'all got something out of that. I was rambling on so bad, but I ain't no expert. I'm just learning this stuff my own self. So if you want to watch somebody that really knows what they're doing, go watch that Sam Andrews guy and that Adams leather work. As far as holsters, that's the two best holster things I've watched so far. There's probably other folks out there, I just ain't found them yet. But anyway, that'll get that for this one, and I'm probably going to post both of these videos maybe the same day. So if you watch this one, and then the other one should be coming up right behind him. So we'll go cut some leather, and I'll start that part on another video. So I'll hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got something out of it. Hope I was clear as mud, and I'll see you on the next one.